What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video I have something really exciting to share with all of you guys. I was recently fortunate enough to meet up with Victor Botha, who had a role in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. That's right, guys, we met up with a real life movie star right here on the channel, so let's get into it. What's up, guys? We are here with a Death Trooper, a real life Death Trooper. We are with my new friend, hopefully, with Victor. Victor's just going to say hi to everyone quick.
Hi guys, I'm meeting you.
So this is Victor, and we're going to chat a bit about him in this video, and I'll give you guys links to where you can get cool things like this signed by him and sent back to you. So thank you so much for meeting with me, Victor.
Nice having you here, and
appreciate it.
I'll see you around. Yeah.
Cheers. Thanks, guys. See you in the studio. So there you have it, guys. We met up with Victor Botha, who, as you would have seen from that little video there, he was a Death Trooper in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Now, guys, it was absolutely awesome to meet up with him. Victor, thank you so much for taking the time to meet up with me and have a chat about the movie, about your experience in the movie. It was so cool to hear all of your stories, little anecdotes about things that went on behind the scenes in the movies. And it was just so cool to meet you. So thank you so much for that, Victor. Now, guys, for anyone who doesn't know Victor Botha, he actually served for 12 years in the UK military. So what happened was he was coming to the end of his career in the military, and his wife Ruth, who I also met for on the day when I met Victor, lovely lady as well. Really cool family and really awesome down-to-earth people to meet. But what she did was she went ahead and signed Victor up with an agency that was looking for actors to play as extras in movies that required sort of military experience. And Victor said a few days later he got the call back and was called to Pinewood Studios, where they were told the project was called Los Alamos, and they went backstage. And as soon as they went back there, they realized that this was for Star Wars, and everyone, of course, lost their minds. People went crazy, and they said to them, "You guys are going to be auditioning for the role of a Death Trooper in Star Wars." Nobody had seen a Death Trooper before, and they dressed them all up in the costumes, got them going, and Victor was one of 6 people out of the about 25 people that auditioned to get the role. So it was just chatting to him was really cool. He was in the scenes, or pretty much all of the scenes, with Orson Krennic, who was played by Ben Mendelsohn. That scene at the beginning of the movie, of course, that iconic scene where they land way too far away from the Urso's household. I did ask him about that, and he had a good laugh about it as well, because he said visibility in those masks was actually really tough. It was really tough to see out of them, and he said if there was a blooper reel that was going around somewhere, there were quite a few stormtroopers who fell over quite a lot. So yeah, that was really cool. He was in that scene, and he said it was just absolutely otherworldly to be, you know, in Norway where they filmed, or in Iceland, sorry, where they filmed those scenes right at the beginning of the movie. He was involved in some of the scenes with Orson Krennic inside some of the indoor corridors and those sort of scenes. Those were really challenging to film as well, just from a technical point of view, just making sure that people were walking correctly, that they could see correctly. And it was really interesting to hear the amount of time that it took, not only for him to get into the costume, which he said took anywhere between an hour and an hour and a half, and people would dress him on through this thick plastic, and how they had to walk around set at the back with these sort of drapes over the costume so that nobody would get a sneak peek or a leak of this brand new character, which is something that I think is so cool. And one of the reasons I was so glad to meet him was he didn't just play a stormtrooper, he was like the first person to put on that Death Trooper armor, which has now become so iconic in Star Wars, and now we've seen translated over into The Mandalorian. So that was really cool to see. He spoke a bit about some of the scenes at Pinewood Studios, which were really interesting to talk about, and how even Disney has got these little tags inside the suits. Because I asked him, I mean, did you get to keep anything from the suit? He said, not at all. They had little tags in the suit so that nobody could take any of the props home, and you know that nothing would leak for the upcoming movie. So people had drones flying over the studios to try and get a sneak peek. And then, of course, there was the iconic scene over at, they actually shot it at the RAF Air Base, which was the scene for Scarif. And if you guys know the movie quite well, you'll know that there is a stormtrooper who killed Chirrut Imwe, and that stormtrooper was Victor Botha. So if you're ever looking to see who Victor was in the movie, he is the one who fired the fatal shot to get rid of Chirrut near the end of the movie. And he said those scenes were so challenging to do. They would drop out of that craft into the water. The water had been sort of dug into this outside area that had been built in where they had made the Scarif beaches. Basically, they had sand and pine and trees flown in from the Maldives to create that scene. It's just absolutely incredible. He said it was so tough to film because they'd have to jump out of that craft and run through that water, and the water got stuck in the costumes and filled it up. And yeah, it's really challenging. Interesting to hear some of the challenges that they went into filming the movie. Especially, you know, you think a lot of people, well, I would have thought, you know, a stormtrooper, you just walk here, do that, and that's it. And that's not the case at all. I mean, these guys, obviously as well, being part of the Death Troopers, who were that elite organization that was taking care of Orson Krennic, they had to be on point. They had to have guys with military experience who could also guide some of the other people who were playing stormtroopers to make sure they were standing right, they could go into prone and firing positions correctly, handle the weapons in a realistic way. And just the scene where he fires the shot to take care of our poor friend Chirrut, he told me it took about 20 to 30 minutes to film. So that's just, you think, oh, that's just the scene, you point the gun, you take the shot. And he explained, you know, that it's a far more tedious procedure than I think a lot of us think, and there's a lot more that goes into it than a lot of us think. And of course, guys, this is what's popping. So I was fortunate enough, once again, Victor was very kind, and he signed my Death Trooper Funko Pop for me. And what is really cool, guys, is Victor and one of his mates, who was also on set with him, were the two Death Troopers who were used to create the body scans for all of the toys, merchandise, and memorabilia. So if you play Star Wars Battlefront 2 and you play as a Death Trooper, you're playing as Victor Botha's Death Trooper. If you have a figure, you have a Sideshow collectible statue, if you have a little toy Death Trooper, odds are those are all modeled off Victor or his friend. So that's something that's really cool, is that not only is it of course a Funko Pop signed by the man himself who donned the armor, but also the person who was involved in the scanning and the recreation of all of these products. I mean, this guy's a little bit short and tubby, and Victor is tall and lean, as you would imagine. Somebody who's been in the army for 12 years, short and tubby is probably not going to fly. But that is the story, guys. So what you can do if you want to get something signed by Victor Botha is you can go ahead. I will leave his Instagram in the description down below. You can contact him on Instagram, and he does signed prints. So he's got a couple of different prints. He's got a print of himself in front of the flames as the Urso household is going up in flames. He's also got some pictures of the Death Troopers storming the beaches. So what you can do is you can go onto Instagram, you can message him, you'll be able to get into contact with him on Instagram. And if you want to get something signed by him, if you want to send him something in the mail to get signed, I'm sure you can organize that with him. Get in contact with him, and you can, I think he charges a small fee for some of for the prints and that kind of thing. But you can get that signed and personalized and sent to you from a real life Death Trooper, and I think that is pretty darn awesome. Now guys, end of the video, we're going to end it there, guys. I just want to send a massive shout out once again and say thank you so much to Victor for meeting up with me, answering my questions, and signing my pop. It was really cool of you to take time out of your schedule, and I really appreciate it. Guys, go check him out on Instagram, like his page on Facebook as well. I'll leave a link to that there, and make sure you follow him for any future updates that may be coming from the world of Victor Botha, official Death Trooper. Now that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I think it was something a little bit different. But guys, don't forget we're running our giveaway with Gamertech at the moment right here on the channel. We are a few subscribers away from giving away that Grand Admiral Thrawn. Once we hit 450 subscribers, we'll be giving that bad boy away, and I'm really looking forward to doing that, guys. So what you can do, because our comments are switched off, I've stuck with this as being a made for kids channel, is you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram and follow me on Facebook, and just comment on the thumbnail for this video. Go ahead, let me know what you think about Death Troopers in general. Did you like Rogue One? Do you want to see more Death Troopers in The Mandalorian as we go into Season 2? Let me know what's going on, let me know what's popping, and I will make sure that all of those comments are added to the draw for that Grand Admiral Thrawn. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing all of you guys next time.